first move I'm going to show is a split spiral to a half. The first part of this is going to be our split spiral breakdown. The first part of this is going to be our hand on that's covering the arm is going to come up and chop this out. The other arm that's on the belly is going to come inside the thigh. And what we're going to do is we're going to split out, and this hand on the thigh is going to push that way. So we're going to go kind of like a push and a pull motion. And we're going to run our feet this way. We're trying to stay on our toes the whole time, on our feet. All right, so I'll say that again. The first part of this is the split spiral breakdown. We're going to split up and run them around. All right, so as we do this breakdown, as we're splitting them, it's going to be kind of like taking out the legs on a table. You're going to kick out the legs and the table's going to fall flat. Some of the do's and don'ts. When we go to a spiral, we want to remember to keep our chest pressure on him at all times. If toes are in the mat, we're not on our knees. You don't want to be on your knees running it. We're not doing this. Our chest pressure on his back, splitting, and we're running our feet around. I really like this breakdown for the biddy level because, you know, a lot of the times, you know, we see kids getting caught in these positions where we're high and, you know, it just turns into a big roll and you don't have a lot of control when we're over here. When we're running this split spiral, we're always, you know, we're underneath the arms, we're behind the arms, we're tight. Okay, so we've broken them down. Now we're going to go into the next part of this move. We're still on our toes. You know, knees aren't on the mat. Chest pressure is still on him. You know, we have this arm. This arm is still under his arm. We're going to keep it there. Our other arm is going to come up, stuff the head down. The arm that's underneath his arm is going to come up. We're going to sink in our half around the neck. This other hand that was forcing the head down is going to come under. Grab the wrist. Once we're here, we're still on our toes. Now, we're just going to drive him straight over.
Go for it.
All right, so we're back in this position. We did our spiral, broken down. Key point, number one, when we get this half down, don't forget the wrist. Sometimes we think that we need to have this post arm out here and we just try to run him over. It's important to get this wrist because without this wrist, he can't post out. If we don't have the wrist, he can post, you know, and we get in this position. Okay? It's important to collect that wrist, pull it in. Another key point here is we're going to run our feet over. We're not going to try to just hang out on our knees and just muscle him over. We're going to get on our toes, drive him over. So we get the fall.
For it.
All right, so sometimes we get caught in this position where, you know, we're in a bad position. The biggest part here is we just need to settle back. Scoot your hips back, tighten your half, post out. You can push yourself back into good position. If we get too high here, it's easier for this, you know, your half becomes loose, and it's easier for him just to roll into me and get off his back. All right? So when we're here, we're high, just put this arm out, post back, scoot your hips back, settle back into him. Pull the head up, and you're back in good position.